Do you struggle when someone asks you a simple question in English? Maybe you understand the words, but you don't know how to answer quickly. Or maybe you feel nervous and stay quiet. Don't worry, you are not alone. In this lesson, I'll share 100 everyday English conversation questions and answers that will help you speak more confidently. These are the exact questions people use in daily life in the United States and many other English-speaking countries. We'll cover greetings, daily routines, food, work, travel, shopping, hobbies, family, opinions, and future plans. For each question, I'll give you natural answers that you can use right away in your conversations. By the end of this video, you'll have 100 ready-to-use sentences that will make your English sound natural and fluent. So, let's get started with our first section, greetings and introductions. The first step in any conversation is always a greeting or introduction. These are the basic questions that help you connect with someone new. Let's go through 10 of the most common ones with different ways to answer and some tips to sound more natural. Question 1. How are you? This is the most common greeting in English. In the US, it's often just a friendly way to say hello, not always a serious question about your health. You can answer, I'm good, thanks. How about you? I'm doing great today, thanks for asking. Not too bad. This is a casual way to say you're okay. Tip. Always ask the question back. That makes the conversation friendly. Question 2. What's your name? Simple but important. You can answer, my name is Alex. I'm Alex. More casual. It's Alex. Tip. After saying your name, you can also ask, and yours? To keep the conversation going. Question 3. Where are you from? People ask this to know your background. Example answers, I'm from Brazil. I come from India. I'm originally from Mexico, but now I live in the US. Tip, if you moved? You can say, I grew up in Italy, but I live in Canada now. Question 4. What do you do? This usually means your job. Possible answers. I'm a teacher. I work in IT. I'm a nurse at a hospital. If you're not working, I'm between jobs right now. If you're a student, I'm a student at university. Question 5. Do you speak English? You can be honest and friendly. For example, yes, a little. Yes, I'm still learning. Yes, I can speak English, but I want to improve. Tip. Don't worry about being perfect. Most people will appreciate your effort. Question 6. How old are you? Sometimes people ask this casually. You can answer, I'm 25 years old. I'm 25. I'd rather not say. If you don't want to answer, this is polite. Question 7. What's your favorite color? This is a small talk question. Example answers. My favorite color is blue. I like green the most. I really love red. It's bright and strong. Tip. To add more, say why. I like yellow because it's cheerful. Question 8. Where do you live? You don't need to give your exact address. Just say the city or area. For example, I live in New York. I live near Los Angeles. I live in a small town in Texas. Tip. If you want to ask back, say, how about you? Question 9. Are you married? This may come up in friendly conversations. Answers could be, yes, I'm married. No, I'm single. No, but I'm in a relationship. No, I'm not married yet. Question 10. Do you have any brothers or sisters? This is about family. Examples. Yes, I have one brother and 2 sisters. No, I'm an only child. I have a younger sister. I have 2 older brothers. These 10 questions are the foundation of introductions and small talk. If you practice these answers, you'll feel confident every time you meet someone new. Remember, small talk is not about long answers. It's about sounding friendly, natural, and open. Daily life is one of the most common conversation topics. People love to ask about your mornings, evenings, and routines because it helps them get to know you better. Let's look at 10 everyday questions and the best ways to answer them. Question 11. What time do you usually wake up? You can answer simply, I usually wake up at 7 a.m. On weekdays, I get up early, around 6. I like to sleep in on weekends, so maybe 9 or 10. Tip, use words like usually, always, sometimes, never to make your answers more natural. For example, I usually wake up at 7, but sometimes I stay in bed a little longer. Question 12. What do you usually have for breakfast? This question is very common in small talk. Examples. I usually have eggs and toast. I often just drink coffee. Sometimes I eat cereal or fruit. In the US, people often say things like, I grab a bagel on the way to work, or I usually just skip breakfast. That's very natural English. Question 13. How do you get to work or school? Transportation is always a good topic. Answers could be, I drive to work. I take the bus. I usually walk because it's close. I take the subway every day. Americans often use the word commute. My commute takes about 30 minutes. Question 14. What time do you start work or school? Common answers, I start work at 9 a.m. My classes begin at 8 in the morning. I usually start later, around 10. If your schedule changes, you can say, it depends. Sometimes I start early, sometimes late. Question 15. What do you usually do after work or school? Here are some natural answers. I usually cook dinner and relax. I go to the gym. I spend time with my family. Sometimes I go out with friends. Tip. A common US phrase is, I just chill at home. That means relax and do nothing special. Question 16. Do you like cooking? People often ask this when talking about food. Example answers, yes, I enjoy cooking, especially pasta. Not really, I prefer eating out. I cook sometimes, but only simple meals. To sound natural, you can add, I'm not a great cook, but I try. Question 17. What do you usually do on weekends? Weekends are always a popular topic. You can say, I hang out with friends. I like to go shopping. I usually stay home and watch movies. I spend weekends outdoors, like hiking or going to the park. Americans often use hangout to mean spending time together casually. Question 18. Do you exercise regularly? Healthy habits are another big topic. Possible answers. Yes, I go jogging 3 times a week. I go to the gym. Not really, but I want to start. I walk my dog every morning, so that's my exercise. Question 19. What time do you usually go to bed? Common answers, I usually go to bed around 11. On weekdays, I sleep early. On weekends, I stay up late. I'm a night owl, so I usually go to bed after midnight. Question 20. What's your daily routine like? This is a bigger question, so you can give a short or detailed answer. For example, I wake up, go to work, come home, and relax. My routine is pretty simple. Study, eat, and sleep. I have a busy routine. I wake up at 6, exercise, work all day, and then spend time with my kids. Tip. Keep your answer clear and short. Native speakers usually don't explain every detail of their day. These 10 questions about daily life are some of the most useful for English learners. If you practice them, you'll be ready for casual conversations with friends, coworkers, and new people you meet. Food and restaurants. Food is one of the easiest and most enjoyable conversation topics. Everyone eats, so you'll always have something to say. Let's go through 10 common questions about food and restaurants, with natural answers and some useful cultural notes. Question 21. What's your favorite food? This is one of the most common small talk questions. You can answer simply, my favorite food is pizza. I really love sushi. I don't have just one favorite, but I like pasta and seafood. To sound more natural, add a reason. I love pizza because it's easy and delicious. Or, I like sushi because it's fresh and healthy. Question 22. Do you like spicy food? Possible answers. Yes, I love spicy food. The hotter, the better. A little. I can eat mild spice, but not too much. No, I don't really like spicy food. Americans often say, I can't handle spicy food if it's too hot. You can also say, spicy food upsets my stomach. Question 23. What's your favorite restaurant? Examples. My favorite restaurant is Olive Garden. I really like a local Chinese restaurant near my house. I don't have a favorite, but I enjoy trying new places. Tip. In the US, people often say, there's a great place near my house, instead of naming the restaurant. Question 24. What do you usually eat for lunch? Typical answers. I usually eat a sandwich. I often eat salad for lunch. Sometimes I order takeout. In the US, people often eat quick lunches like sandwiches, salads, or leftovers from dinner. You can say, I just grab something quick if you don't have a big meal. Question 25. Do you like cooking at home or eating out? You can answer in different ways. I like cooking at home. It's healthier. I prefer eating out because it's easier. Both. I cook during the week, but I eat out on weekends. A natural phrase is, I don't cook much. I usually just order delivery. Question 26. What's a popular food in your country? This is a chance to share your culture. Examples. In Japan, sushi is very popular. In Mexico, tacos are famous. In Italy, pasta and pizza are traditional foods. Tip. Americans love learning about international foods. You can also explain how it's eaten. In my country, we usually eat rice with every meal. Question 27. What do you usually drink with your meals? Simple answers. I usually drink water. I like to have soda with lunch. Sometimes I drink juice or tea. In the US, people often drink iced tea, coffee, or soft drinks with meals. You might hear, I'll just have water. Question 28. Do you like fast food? Fast food is a big part of US culture. Possible answers. Yes, I love fast food. My favorite is McDonald's. Sometimes, but I try to eat healthy. Not really, I prefer home-cooked meals. A natural phrase is, I eat fast food once in a while, but not too often. Question 29. Have you ever tried American food? Good answers include, yes, I've tried hamburgers and hot dogs. Yes, I like pancakes and fried chicken. Not yet, but I want to try it. Popular American foods include burgers, barbecue, fried chicken, and apple pie. You can mention one to connect. I really enjoyed American barbecue. Question 30. What's your favorite dessert? Desserts are always a fun topic. Possible answers. My favorite dessert is ice cream. I really love chocolate cake. I enjoy fruit for dessert. Americans often say, I have a sweet tooth, meaning they love sweet foods. You can also say, I'm not really into desserts if you don't like sweets. Talking about food in restaurants is an easy way to connect with people in English. Everyone has favorite dishes, drinks, and snacks. If you practice these questions and answers, you'll always have something interesting to say in conversations. Work and school. Work and school are big parts of everyday life, so it's no surprise people often ask about them. These questions are very common in conversations when you first meet someone, and knowing how to answer them will help you connect quickly. Let's go through 10 popular questions and some natural answers. Question 31. What do you do for a living? This is another way of asking what your job is. Common answers: I'm a teacher. I work in finance. I'm an engineer. If you don't have a job, you can say, I'm between jobs right now. Or if you're studying, you can say, I'm a full-time student. This sounds more natural than just saying, I don't work. Question 32. Where do you work? Possible answers. I work at a hospital. I work for a software company. I work in a bank. Americans usually say work for a company or work in an industry. For example, I work in education, or I work for Google. Question 33. Do you enjoy your job? How to answer, yes, I really enjoy it. It's rewarding. It's okay. Some days are good, some are stressful. Not really, but it pays the bills. It pays the bills is a common phrase meaning the job gives you money even if it's not your dream job. Question 34. How long have you been working there? Answers. I've been working here for 2 years. I just started last month. I've worked here since 2018. In casual English, people often say, I've been here a while or I'm new here. Question 35. What are your working hours? Examples. I work from 9 to 5. I usually work 40 hours a week. My schedule changes every week. A common American phrase is, I work the night shift or I have flexible hours. Question 36. Are you a student? If yes, yes, I'm a university student. Yes, I study English. Yes, I'm in high school. If no, no, I'm working now. You can also say, I used to be a student, but now I'm working full-time. Question 37. What are you studying? Answers. I'm studying computer science. I study business. I'm majoring in psychology. In U.S. English, your major is your main subject. You might also hear, I'm minoring in history, which means a smaller subject of study. Question 38. Do you like your school or university? Ways to respond, yes, I really enjoy it. The professors are great. It's okay, but it's a lot of work. Not really, I can't wait to graduate. A common American phrase, it's challenging, but I like it. Question 39. How do you usually get to school or work? Simple answers. I drive. I take the bus. I walk because it's close. In the U.S., people often talk about their commute. For example, my commute takes 30 minutes. Question 40. What do you want to do after graduation? This is a popular question for students. Answers. I want to get a job in marketing. I plan to continue studying. I'm not sure yet. A very natural phrase is, I'm keeping my options open, meaning you haven't decided yet. Talking about work and school is very common in the U.S. People are curious about jobs and studies, and it's an easy way to keep the conversation going. If you practice these answers, you'll feel confident whenever someone asks you about your work or studies. Hobbies and free time. Hobbies and free time are some of the easiest conversation topics because everyone has personal interests. These questions help people connect and find common ground. Let's explore 10 of the most common ones and how you can answer them naturally. Question 41. What do you usually do in your free time? Possible answers. I usually read books. I spend time with friends. I like to watch movies. Sometimes I just relax and do nothing. Americans often use the phrase hang out to describe casual free time. I hang out with my friends on weekends. Question 42. Do you like watching movies? Ways to respond. Yes, I love movies, especially action films. I watch movies sometimes, but not too often. Not really. I prefer TV shows. To sound more natural, give a reason. I love comedies because they always make me laugh, or I enjoy horror movies because they're exciting. Question 43. Do you enjoy reading? Common answers. Yes, I enjoy reading novels. Sometimes I read when I have free time. Not much. I prefer listening to music. A natural American phrase is, I'm into mystery books, or I'm not really a big reader. Question 44. Do you play any sports? Examples. Yes, I play basketball. I like playing soccer on weekends. No, but I enjoy watching sports. You might also hear, I'm not very athletic, but I try to stay active. Question 45. Do you like music? Almost everyone says yes here. Possible answers, yes, I love music. I listen every day. Of course. My favorite genre is pop. I enjoy music, but I don't listen a lot. To show passion, you can say, I can't live without music. Question 46. What kind of music do you listen to? Some answers, I listen to rock music. Mostly pop and hip-hop. A little bit of everything. Americans often say, I'm really into jazz or I like all kinds of music. Adding an artist's name also makes your answer stronger. I'm into pop music, especially Taylor Swift. Question 47. Do you like traveling? Possible responses. Yes, I love traveling to new places. I like traveling, but I don't do it often. Not really. I prefer staying home. A natural phrase is, I love exploring new cultures. You can also mention your travel style. I enjoy road trips, or I prefer traveling by plane. Question 48. Have you ever been abroad? Answers could be, yes, I've been to Canada. I traveled to Europe last year. No, not yet, but I want to. A casual way to answer is, I've only traveled locally, or I haven't been abroad, but it's on my bucket list. Question 49. Do you like playing video games? Ways to answer. Yes, I play video games in my free time. Sometimes, but I'm not a serious gamer. No, I don't really play games. Americans often say, I just play for fun, or I'm more of a casual gamer. Question 50. What are your hobbies? This is a very open question. Examples. My hobbies are reading and cooking. I enjoy hiking and photography. I don't have many hobbies, but I like watching movies. To sound more fluent, use I'm into photography, or I'm into hiking and outdoor activities. Hobbies and free time are perfect conversation topics because they reveal who you are and what you enjoy. If you practice these questions and answers, you'll never run out of things to say when meeting new people. Travel and places. Travel is one of the most exciting topics in conversation because it's about experiences, memories, and dreams. People love sharing where they've been and where they want to go. Here are 10 of the most useful travel questions with natural answers. Question 51. Do you like traveling? Possible answers. Yes, I love traveling and exploring new places. I like traveling, but I don't travel very often. Not really, I prefer staying home. Americans often say, I love going on trips, or I enjoy weekend getaways. If you don't travel much, you can say, I don't travel often, but I'd like to in the future. Question 52. What's your favorite city? Examples. My favorite city is New York because it's exciting. I love Paris. It's so beautiful. I don't really have a favorite, but I enjoy big cities. You can make your answer more natural by adding why. I like Los Angeles because of the weather, or I enjoy Tokyo because it's so modern and lively. Question 53. Have you ever traveled abroad? Ways to answer. Yes, I've been to Canada and Mexico. I traveled to Europe last year. No, not yet, but I want to. A natural phrase is, I haven't traveled abroad yet, but it's on my bucket list. Question 54. What countries have you visited? Answers. I visited Japan and Thailand. I've been to a few countries in Europe. I haven't traveled outside my country yet. Many Americans also say, I've only been to a couple of countries so far, or I've traveled quite a bit. Question 55. What's your dream travel destination? Common answers. My dream destination is Italy. I really want to visit Australia. I'd love to see the pyramids in Egypt. To sound natural, you can use, going to Greece is on my bucket list, or one day, I hope to visit Japan. Question 56. Do you prefer the beach or the mountains? Examples. I prefer the beach. I love the ocean. I like the mountains because I enjoy hiking. Both. It depends on my mood. People often say, I'm a beach person or I'm more of a mountain person. Question 57. Have you ever gone camping? Possible answers. Yes, I love camping. I go every summer. I've been camping a few times. No, I've never gone camping. A casual way to say no is, I'm not really into camping. I prefer hotels. Question 58. Do you like road trips? Ways to answer. Yes, I love road trips. They're fun and adventurous. Sometimes, but long drives make me tired. Not really. I prefer flying. Americans often say, I enjoy road trips because you can stop anywhere along the way. A natural phrase is, I love the freedom of road trips. Question 59. Have you ever been on a plane? Answers could be yes, many times. I enjoy flying. Yes, but only once? No. I've never been on a plane. You can also say, I've flown a few times, or I don't like flying. It makes me nervous. Question 60. Do you prefer traveling alone or with others? Possible answers. I like traveling with friends. I prefer traveling alone. It's more relaxing. It depends. Sometimes alone, sometimes with family. Americans often say, I enjoy solo travel, or traveling with friends is more fun. Travel conversations are always interesting because they open the door to stories and experiences. If you practice these questions and answers, you'll feel comfortable talking about your past trips and future dreams in English. Shopping. Shopping is something everyone does, whether it's for food, clothes, or fun. That's why it's such an easy conversation topic. You can always share your experiences. Let's go through 10 common questions and natural ways to answer them. Question 61. Do you like shopping? Possible answers. Yes, I love shopping, especially for clothes. Sometimes, but I don't shop very often. Not really, I only shop when I need something. A casual phrase in the US is, I'm not a big shopper. Or if you enjoy it, you might say, I'm kind of a shopaholic. Question 62. Where do you usually shop? Examples. I usually shop at the mall. I buy most things online. I shop at local stores near my house. Many Americans say, I get most of my stuff from Amazon, or I usually shop at Target or Walmart. Question 63. Do you like shopping online? Ways to respond. Yes, it's easy and convenient. Sometimes, but I prefer shopping in person. Not really, I don't trust online shopping. You can also say, I enjoy online shopping because it saves time. Or, I like seeing things in person before I buy. Question 64. How often do you go shopping? Answers. I go shopping once a week. I shop a few times a month. Only when I need something. A natural answer could be, I usually shop on weekends, or I do grocery shopping every few days. Question 65. Do you prefer shopping alone or with friends? Possible answers. I like shopping with friends. I prefer shopping alone. It's faster. It depends on what I'm buying. Americans often say shopping with friends is fun, but alone is more efficient. Question 66. What's your favorite store? Examples. My favorite store is Target. I love shopping at Nike. I don't have a favorite, but I like small local shops. A casual phrase is, there's this store I always go to. It's my favorite. Question 67. Do you like buying clothes? Ways to answer. Yes, I love buying new clothes. Sometimes, but I don't shop for clothes often. Not really, I don't care much about fashion. Some people say, I just buy clothes when I need them, or I like clothes shopping, but it can be expensive. Question 68. Do you look for sales or discounts? Possible answers. Yes, I always look for sales. Sometimes, but not always. No, I just buy what I like. In the US, shopping holidays are very popular. You might say, I always shop on Black Friday for discounts, or I love finding a good deal. Question 69. Have you ever returned something? Answers. Yes, I returned a shirt that didn't fit. Yes, I returned something I didn't like. No, I usually keep what I buy. In America, returns are very common. People often say, I just returned it and got my money back, or I exchanged it for a different size. Question 70. What's the last thing you bought? Examples. The last thing I bought was a pair of shoes. I bought groceries yesterday. I ordered a book online. You can also answer casually, I just bought some snacks, or the last thing I got was a coffee. Shopping is something everyone can relate to, and it's a safe and fun topic for everyday English conversations. By practicing these questions and answers, you'll sound more natural and confident. Food and restaurants. Food is one of the best conversation topics. It connects people, brings back memories, and is something we all experience every single day. Let's go through 10 popular food-related questions and learn natural answers for each. Question 71. What's your favorite food? Possible answers. My favorite food is pizza. I love sushi. I don't have a favorite, but I enjoy pasta. Americans often say, I could eat pizza every day, or I'm obsessed with tacos. A casual answer might be, honestly, I'll eat anything with cheese. Question 72. Do you like fast food? Ways to respond. Yes, I love fast food. It's quick and tasty. Sometimes, but not too often. No, I try to eat healthy. You can also say, I grab fast food when I'm in a hurry, or I'm trying to cut back. In the US, fast food is very common, so it's normal to admit you eat it sometimes. Question 73. Do you like cooking? Answers. Yes, I love cooking at home. Sometimes, but I'm not very good at it. No, I prefer eating out. A natural phrase is, I enjoy cooking when I have time, or I'm learning how to cook. Many Americans say, I can cook simple meals, but nothing fancy. Question 74. What do you usually eat for breakfast? Examples. I usually eat eggs and toast. I have cereal and milk. Sometimes I just drink coffee. Breakfast in the US can be quick. People often say, I usually grab a bagel, or I just eat something small like fruit. Question 75. Do you like trying new foods? Possible answers. Yes, I love trying new foods. Sometimes, but I'm a little picky. Not really. I stick to what I know. To sound more natural, you can say, I'm adventurous when it comes to food, or I'm a picky eater. Both are very common phrases. Question 76. What's your favorite restaurant? Examples. My favorite restaurant is Olive Garden. I like a local pizza place near my house. I don't have one favorite, but I enjoy Italian restaurants. Americans often say, there's this little place I love. It's amazing. It's common to recommend restaurants when answering. Question 77. Do you like spicy food? Answers. Yes, I love spicy food. A little bit, but not too much. No, I can't eat spicy food. A natural answer might be, I can handle a little spice, or I'm addicted to spicy food. Many Americans will also say, spicy food doesn't agree with me if it upsets their stomach. Question 78. What's your favorite drink? Possible answers. My favorite drink is coffee. I like juice. I usually drink water. A natural way to say it is, I can't start my day without coffee, or I'm a big fan of iced tea. Drinks are also cultural. Americans often mention soda, coffee, or iced drinks. Question 79. Do you like eating out or at home? Examples. I like eating out because it's easy. I prefer eating at home, it's healthier. Both, it depends on my mood. Americans often say, I eat out on weekends but cook at home during the week. You might also hear, eating out is a treat for me. Question 80. What's the best meal you've ever had? Answers. The best meal I had was in Italy. I once ate the best steak at a restaurant. My mom's cooking is the best meal I've ever had. To sound natural, you can say, that meal was unforgettable, or it was the best thing I've ever tasted. Food conversations are always fun and full of personality. Everyone eats, so everyone has something to share. If you practice these questions and answers, you'll feel more confident and sound natural when talking about food and restaurants in English. School and education. School and education are common conversation topics, especially when meeting new people. These questions help you talk about your background, your studies, and your future goals. Let's look at 10 useful ones. Question 81. Where did you go to school? Possible answers. I went to school in New York. I studied in my hometown. I went to school abroad. Americans often say, I grew up going to school in city, or I went to high school in place. Question 82. What's your favorite subject? Examples. My favorite subject is math. I really like English. I enjoy science. A natural phrase is, I was always good at history, or I'm into literature. Question 83. Did you like school? Ways to respond. Yes, I liked school. Sometimes, but not always. No, I didn't enjoy school. Many Americans say, I liked school, but homework was tough. Or, I enjoyed the social part more than the classes. Question 84. Who was your favorite teacher? Answers. My favorite teacher was my English teacher. I liked my math teacher the most. I didn't really have a favorite teacher. A natural way to answer, my favorite teacher inspired me a lot. Question 85. Do you like studying? Examples. Yes, I like studying. Sometimes, but only subjects I enjoy. No, studying is boring. Americans often say, I study when I need to, or I don't love it, but I know it's important. Question 86. Did you go to college? Possible answers. Yes, I went to college. No, I didn't go to college. I'm planning to go to college. You might also hear, I graduated from university name, or I'm currently in college. Question 87. What did you study in college? Answers. I studied business. I majored in computer science. I studied art and design. Americans often say, I majored in subject or I studied field. Question 88. Do you enjoy learning new things? Possible answers. Yes, I love learning. Sometimes, if the topic is interesting. Not really, I don't enjoy studying. A natural phrase is, I enjoy learning by doing, or I love learning new skills. Question 89. Did you have a favorite class in school? Examples. My favorite class was history. I liked gym class. I enjoyed art the most. You can also say, I always looked forward to class name. Question 90. What's the most important thing you learned in school? Possible answers. I learned how to work hard. I learned teamwork. I learned how to think for myself. Americans often say, school taught me discipline, or the most important thing I learned was how to manage my time. School and education are great conversation topics because they tell people a lot about your background and interests. If you practice these questions and answers, you'll sound natural when talking about your learning experiences in English. Opinions and feelings. Now, let's move to one of the most important parts of English conversation, sharing your opinions and feelings. This is how we connect with people on a deeper level. When you can express what you think or feel, you sound natural and confident. Question 1. What do you think about this? Simple answer, I think it's a good idea. Expanded. Answer, I think it's a good idea because it could save us time and make things easier. Question 2. How do you feel today? Simple answer, I feel great. Expanded answer, I feel great today because I got enough sleep and had a healthy breakfast. Question 3. Do you like this movie, book, or song? Simple answer, yes, I like it. Expanded answer, yes, I really like this movie because the story is exciting and the characters are very real. Question 4. What's your favorite type of music? Simple answer, I like pop music. Expanded answer, I enjoy pop music the most, but sometimes I also listen to jazz when I want to relax. Question 5. How do you usually handle stress? Simple answer, I take a walk. Expanded. Answer, when I feel stressed, I usually take a walk or listen to music. It helps me clear my mind. Question 6. What makes you happy? Simple answer, spending time with friends. Expanded answer, spending time with my friends makes me happy because we laugh, share stories, and forget our problems for a while. Question 7. Do you get angry easily? Simple answer, not really. Expanded answer, not really. I try to stay calm, but sometimes if someone is rude, I get upset for a short time. Question 8. What do you think about social media? Simple answer, it's useful. Expanded answer, I think social media is useful because it helps us stay connected, but it can also waste a lot of time if we are not careful. Question 9. How do you feel about learning English? Simple answer, it's exciting. Expanded answer, learning English is exciting because it opens new opportunities, but sometimes it feels challenging. Question 10. What motivates you in life? Simple answer, my family. Expanded answer, my family motivates me to work hard and improve myself because I want to make them proud. Wrap up for section 9. C. Expressing your opinions and feelings doesn't have to be difficult. Start with short answers, then add a reason or detail to make your English sound natural. Future and plans. Great job so far. Now let's talk about the future. In daily life, people often ask about your plans, dreams, and goals. Learning these questions and answers will help you sound natural when you talk about what's next. Question 1. What are your plans for tomorrow? Simple answer, I'm going to study. Expanded answer, tomorrow, I'm going to study English in the morning and meet a friend in the afternoon. Question 2. Do you have any plans for the weekend? Simple answer, yes, I'll visit my family. Expanded. Answer, yes, this weekend I'll visit my family and we'll have dinner together. Question 3. What do you want to do next year? Simple answer, I want to travel. Expanded answer, next year I want to travel to a new country and experience a different culture. Question 4. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Simple answer, I see myself working. Expanded answer, in 5 years, I see myself working in a good company and living in a comfortable home. Question 5. Are you going to watch the game tonight? Simple answer, yes, I am. Expanded answer, yes, I'm going to watch the game tonight with my friends at a cafe. Question 6. What's your dream job? Simple answer, to be a teacher. Expanded answer, my dream job is to be a teacher because I love helping people learn and grow. Question 7. Do you plan to study abroad? Simple answer, yes, maybe in the future. Expanded answer, yes, I plan to study abroad in the future because I want to improve my English and learn new skills. Question 8. What's your next goal? Simple answer, to learn English better. Expanded answer, my next goal is to learn English better so I can communicate more confidently and find a good job. Question 9. Are you free this weekend? Simple answer, yes, I am. Expanded answer, yes, I'm free this weekend. Maybe we can meet and do something fun. Question 10. Do you think life will be better in the future? Simple answer, yes, I do. Expanded answer, yes. I think life will be better in the future because technology is improving and people are becoming more connected. Wrap up for section 10. Excellent. Now you can talk about your plans, goals, and future dreams in English. Remember, and short answers are good, but when you add details, your English sounds more natural and confident. And there you have it, 100 every day. English conversation questions and answers that you can start using right now in your daily life. We began with the basics, greetings and introductions, and slowly built up through everyday topics like food, work, travel, shopping, hobbies, family, opinions, and finally, your future and goals. Step by step, you've learned not just how to answer questions quickly, but also how to expand your answers naturally with details and reasons. Remember, fluency doesn't happen overnight. It's like building a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger you get. Start small. Choose 5 questions from this lesson and practice them today. Then tomorrow, add 5 more. Soon you'll find that these everyday conversations become easier, more natural, and more fun. And don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes are not failures. They are signs that you're learning, growing, and moving forward. Every time you try, you're one step closer to fluency. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with your friends who are also learning English. That way you'll never miss a lesson, and you'll keep improving together with a community of learners worldwide. Finally, remember this: English is not just about grammar and vocabulary, it's about connection. Every new word and every new sentence you learn brings you closer to new opportunities, new friendships, and a bigger world. So keep practicing, stay motivated, and I'll see you in the next lesson. You're doing amazing, and keep going.